If you press your fingers just below your left rib cage, you won't feel it. It's tucked safely behind your stomach, a soft, fist-sized organ you've probably never given a second thought to. It weighs about 150 grams, but you can't feel it doing its job. For centuries, its exact purpose was a biological puzzle. The ancient Greeks believed it was the source of black bile, the humor responsible for melancholy. Early anatomists could see it was engorged with blood, a soft, purplish mass, but what did it do? The breakthrough came from looking closer, past the organ level and into its strange internal architecture. It revealed a division into two distinct landscapes. There is the red pulp, a labyrinth of blood-filled sinuses and filtration beds that makes up most of its mass. And then there is the white pulp, scattered islands of lymphatic tissue that look like tiny white specks floating in that sea of red. This isn't one organ, it's two, nested inside each other, performing two profoundly different jobs. The red pulp is where your blood cells face a constant, violent mechanical test. Every single day, your entire blood volume, about 5 liters, is forcibly pumped through the spleen around 300 times. That's 1,500 liters of blood being processed. As red blood cells, which are themselves about 8 micrometers wide, try to re-enter the main circulation, they are forced to squeeze through impossibly narrow passages in the walls of the spleen's venous sinuses. These interendothelial slits are less than a micrometer across, sometimes as small as 0.5 micrometers. It's a filtration system of almost unimaginable mechanical precision. A young, healthy red blood cell is essentially a flexible bag of hemoglobin, able to deform and pass through. But after a 120-day journey of over 300 miles through your circulatory system, they become stiff and brittle. They get stuck, trapped. And waiting for them are residential macrophages, a type of white blood cell, which immediately engulf and digest the captured elders. This isn't waste. The iron from their hemoglobin is meticulously harvested and sent back to your bone marrow to forge the next generation of cells from the wreckage of the old.
Those macrophages aren't just janitors. They are the frontline soldiers of a vast surveillance network. This is the job of the white pulp. You can think of it as a series of high-security, intelligent checkpoints for your blood. While your 600 or so lymph nodes filter the clear lymphatic fluid that bathes your tissues, your spleen is the only organ that performs this kind of massive, direct immunological sampling of the blood itself. It's a primary meeting ground, a training center where naive immune cells like B cells and T cells are presented with whatever pathogens might be circulating in your bloodstream. Here, they learn to recognize enemies. The spleen is particularly crucial for defeating a specific type of foe, bacteria with slippery polysaccharide capsules which help them evade the immune system elsewhere. The spleen specializes in producing and maturing the B cells that create opsonizing antibodies, molecular tags that stick to these capsules. This tag acts as a bright, unmissable flag, signaling to other phagocytic cells throughout the body, "This one is foreign, eat this."
This all sounds critically important for survival. So what happens if you lose it? The most common reason for a splenectomy, the surgical removal of the spleen, is a traumatic injury, often from a car crash, that causes it to rupture. Without a spleen, your body does adapt. The liver and bone marrow step up their efforts to destroy old red blood cells, though perhaps less efficiently. The system finds a new, slightly degraded equilibrium. But the loss of that central immune checkpoint is permanent and serious. A person without a spleen is considered immunocompromised for the rest of their life. Their risk of a rare but devastating condition called overwhelming post-splenectomy infection, or OPSI, skyrockets by 50 to 100 times. An infection from those same encapsulated bacteria that the spleen is so expertly designed to fight can become life-threatening in a matter of hours, not days. The spleen, then, isn't strictly necessary for you to be alive. It's a powerful biological upgrade, an optimized, elegant solution for resilience in a world filled with constant microscopic threats. You can live without it, but you are undeniably more fragile.
Monotony has grown fast. Nearly 2,700 people have watched in the last few weeks, yet less than 0.03% are subscribed. It would mean a lot if you joined by hitting subscribe. And again, thanks for watching.